Hey guys, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Sabrina and I make pottery on this channel, and it is almost Halloween, so you know I had to make another ceramic jack-o'-lantern. This is the second year in a row that I have done this, and I'm really happy with how this year's turned out. So if you want to see the process of that, you can keep on watching, and you can also subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see some more pottery related content, as well as follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Ceramic Sabrina. And I also have a website, ceramicsabrina.com, where you can purchase my work if you feel so inclined. And I think that's all I have to say. So I'm going to stop rambling and we're going to get started. Here we are again. Let's see if I remember how to narrate a video. So as always, we are going to start by wedging a whole bunch of clay up. This is probably like 5 pounds, maybe 6 pounds. It's a lot. I wanted a nice big jack-o'-lantern, so we're going to do that. We're going to throw it on the wheel, and of course we're going to get it centered, which is always a struggle when you have a lot of clay, but you know, we're just going to do our best, as always. I have had some students asking me lately how to start working with larger amounts of clay, and I would definitely recommend slowly working your way up. Also, the softer clay you use is much easier, so use nice and soft clay, kind of work up by like pound to pound increments, and eventually you'll be able to somewhat center 5 pounds of clay too. And I always say you gotta start with a good foundation. You gotta get your clay nice and centered, or else everything else is gonna be a struggle. And we are already struggling enough as is, so let's make this somewhat easier. So once we're feeling centered, we will open up the clay. And that takes forever. Look how dirty my wheel is. I like how I don't even care about cleaning my wheel in between clay colors. I just am eventually going to have a nice mix of white and brown clay, and it'll be my own personal blend, and it'll be great once I get around. I literally have like 100 pounds of clay to reclaim. I haven't reclaimed probably since that video I posted like 2 years ago. Also, you know, obligatory apology for not making a video in like 6 months, but you know, if there's one video you can expect from me every year, it will be a jack-o'-lantern, because I really enjoy this little tradition that I have started, and eventually I will have an army of jack-o'-lanterns and they will be beautiful. So things are getting a little wobbly, whoopsies, but we're gonna try and pull up as much as we can. I'm going to leave the rim a little bit thicker so that I have enough clay to bring back in, and then pretty much every time I do a pull, I'm going to choke the rim in so that it doesn't get too wide. That is the secret for making any sort of bottle or closed form. It's just leaving some extra clay on the rim, because most oftentimes the mistake people make is not leaving enough clay, and then you're just trying to choke the rim in and it just collapses because it's so thin. So let's avoid that. And this piece still ended up being a little bit thicker than I would have liked it to be, but I am pretty happy with it anyways. Leaving a little extra clay is not a bad idea when you're going to be carving or adding texture, and I think I ended up making it work. But next year my goal is to have a really thin jack-o'-lantern, so I will work towards that. But one of my favorite things about documenting my clay journey on the YouTube is being able to see the progress that I've made, especially in the last year and a half. I really feel like I have kind of gotten the hang of it, as far as being able to throw like the forms that I actually want to be able to throw. I feel like I'm finally making some progress there, and it's always entertaining to watch my old videos and just see like how long it takes me to throw a small mug or a bowl and all of the unnecessary steps that I'm taking. So I would recommend that too if you're trying to, you know, get better at making pottery on the wheel, then filming yourself, even just for your own records, It's a really nice way to see what you're doing, and especially to be able to get another angle of things. I used to throw with like a mirror in front of me, and that always helped too, but being able to look back at things and see what worked and what didn't work, I think that's been really helpful. So now that we've got that all closed up, I am gonna do something a little different than I have in years past, and I'm gonna add the ridges on the wheel while it's still attached. I saw some guy do this at some point in some video, and I thought I would give it a try as well. So just marking out my little pumpkin ridges and having some fun with it. And then we're going to slide that guy right off the wheel, and then I'm almost gonna drop it here. So whoops, okay, great, we saved that one. Alright, so several days later, it has dried out a bit. As you can see, I did some smoothing out off camera because that's just my brand. But now I'm going in with my wooden angled tool, and I'm just scraping away the excess and trying to make those ridges a little bit more defined. You know, thinking about what a pumpkin looks like. I imagine we've all seen some of those. I haven't carved a real pumpkin in several years, although I am going to do that tomorrow, I think, even though it probably won't be as much fun as this one was, but I'll give it a try. I think next year I'll probably make a scary pumpkin, because now I have two cute ceramic jack-o'-lanterns, and I want to mix it up a little bit. There's so much clay in this one, so I spent a lot of time scraping it off and trying to make those ridges a little more defined, and you know, then we finish off with a little smoothing out with the sponge, making it look real nice and refined. And the nice thing about making pumpkins is that they are not even, so this one doesn't have to be either. Then we're gonna make the stem. I really liked the way the stem turned out here, so I'm just kind of starting out with a little cylinder, and then I kind of pull it like I would a handle to give it a little curve, and I'm trying to give it some angles on the side. I don't think it really looks like a real pumpkin stem. Those are a little more textured, but this one will do the trick. So just kind of pull in a little baby handle to give it some flexibility, and trying to leave the end nice and thick like a pumpkin would naturally grow. And then we will scratch that up and stick it on there, and then we'll smooth it all out as you do. Oh, very nice, very nice. Yeah, so everything's been pretty chill lately. I've been making a lot of pottery. I finally have a new studio space, not the one that I just posted a few months ago, but it's actually a real studio space, and not a spare bedroom in my apartment, which is pretty exciting. There's running water, and there is an outlet for my kiln to be plugged in, and I finally got that all sorted out. It took me months and months, but luckily I had a friend of mine who actually knows how to do electrical work. He came in and gave me a hand with that, so that was amazing, because I thought my kiln was broken and I was totally ready to drop $3,000 on a new one, because that sounds like a good idea. But I'm glad I didn't have to do that, and I've done a few low firings on my own now. I'm still kind of nervous to do a high glaze firing, but I'm gonna cross that bridge someday. But it's just so satisfying to come into the studio and see the little kiln sitter dropped and know that everything worked out okay, which is good, because I like to wait until the last minute for things. So this jack-o'-lantern was just for my own personal enjoyment, but I've been making pieces for some art shows lately. This time of year is always really busy with shows, and I am definitely the kind of person who tries to finish everything up the night before. Just always kind of been that way. So this makes it a little bit easier to do that, which may or may not be a good thing. Now we're going in and we're smoothing out our cute little pumpkin face, and yeah, just making sure it's real nice. I think he's a real cute, happy guy. Last year's pumpkin I did cute little crescent moon eyes, and I think those were really nice. But this year we decided to go more of a classic route. And then here I am admiring my new pumpkin friend, and he is looking just so happy to be alive, and I am so excited to finish him up, which we will be doing now. So after some time in the kiln, we are going in with the Deep Sienna Speckle Glaze by Laguna, which is just, it was made to be a pumpkin, honestly. So I am just gonna slap some of that on there. And I still hate glazing, or at least I dislike it, but it is where all the magic happens. So there's a little skull mug in the background. I've been making a lot of those. I really want to make some like skull Santa hat guys for the holidays. Halloween is always a really inspiring season for making my like cute, creepy mugs, but I'm not really sure what to do for the winter holidays because, I don't know, like snowmen and snowflakes are not really my vibe. I was trying to think about making like a skull snowman, but I'm not sure how that's gonna pan out. But I do have 3 shows in December that I'm trying to get ready for, so I'm trying to think of some good ideas. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. So just glazing inside and out, making sure we get 3 good layers on there, and getting the lid. I did want to say, if you guys are enjoying the editing of this video, which I hope you are, please check out my lovely boyfriend's channel, 24 Karat Dubs. He edited this video for me, and he's got a lot of cool videos of his own, so definitely check that out if you are into this. And here we are with our finished jack-o'-lantern, just putting the finishing touch, which is of course the fire aspect of it, and I think it turned out so cute. And I've been really enjoying having this guy around my apartment and lighting him up and just feeling those Halloween vibes. Really happy with how it turned out. Let me know if you think it's cute as well. If you guys make any jack-o'-lanterns of your own, you know, it's a little too late in the season for that, but if you make anything, please post it on the Instagram and tag me in it. I would love to see. And if you guys have any other questions about making something like this, please feel free to leave a comment down below and like this video if you enjoyed it. And of course, you can subscribe if you would like to be notified the next time that I post a video, which, as always, I promise will be soon-ish. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.